Sorry. Good luck, guys.
We're live now. Um, Welcome to Division 2 of Zoom Racing League. We are in round 10 of 12. We are in Imola, Ferrari's home. So hopefully those two can do well, and they are doing well. We are a bit further into quality than we normally start at. I hope the quality is okay because on my screen it isn't, but you know, um, it looks like we have a few people on their second hot lap now. 6 minutes left to go is the ideal time to go on your second hot lap. The Ferrari of Marcel Paps is on provisional pole position with a 1:15.389, and his teammate beats him with a 1:15.55, so 1/10 quicker than his teammate. But Marcel Paps is on a lap right now. Hopefully he can actually get this lap to get pole position. He's 0.79, 0.079, sorry, down on his previous time, so hopefully it will be good enough to win this pole position, the provisional pole at least. Dougie Falcons is another challenger who we expect to be challenging for pole position, of course. Let's see if Marcel Paps lap as he crosses the line now. Will it be good enough to get provisional pole? Coming across the line now, it will be good enough, and it's a 1:10.114, and what a great lap from the Ferrari driver. I'm joined in the booth today by Arrow, also known as, I believe it's pronounced as Pond, but I'm not too French. So, yeah, how's your day, Arrow?
It's fine, it's a bit tired. It's 4 a.m. right now. Just did the D3 race. Pretty boring race for me. Being pretty much alone all the race, but it's fine. I'm here to watch great drivers. The only two Mercedes drivers, one of the Mercedes drivers that stay in the level a lot. I don't know if there is a big fight for the championship, but I'm gonna enjoy the fight in Imola. Imola always delivers great fights, so I'm gonna enjoy watching.
Yeah, I mean, Imola, a very technical track for some drivers. Like, you just need to get these lap times right. Don't know if Dougie Falcons is either on a lap or on his in lap. It looks like he's trying to go fast at least. We'll be on board for him for his lap. He's cars out on a lap right now. Looks like he's taking it quite nicely, does he? Fourth gear out of that corner, no. But I believe he's not using his battery, so we will go off board with him because he's not on the hot lap. We have Itch right on his first hot lap, or first one that will count at least, coming across the final corner now, going going to the line, and he hits. So that is the second driver who has not set a lap so far. It's Ryan Noon, the other one in the Williams. Two very quick drivers, or at least relatively to this grid, but I think they can do more than what they're doing right now. I believe we have a reserve of Simon Colston today. He was a division night as well. Got P2 in that race, and hopefully we can get a result quite similar, or at least that close.
Yeah, of course I need two drivers. How? No, not now. When the moment I said it, they are not anymore. Lights is Oasis pins. I don't know if he was on a hot lap. He's gonna have time to go back to the pits and take another set of tires. I don't know if he wants to, but he can. Behind him, there are two McLaren on hot laps, and everyone's gonna go out of the pits right now. It's gonna be a tight fight for the pole position between two Ferraris. Maybe Wyall or Dougie Falcons can challenge it. Only 1 second between the top 1 and top 14, so 14 drivers just in 1 second from another. The first two people are within 1/10 of each other. Really slight margins here. It's pretty much every D2 races. D2 races are with D2 qualifying at least are with slight tight margins.
I mean,
It's yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, very competitive grid on this league right here in this division. Um, so yeah, like you said, times are separated by second to the top 14. Then just 1/10 off of 1 second margin, pretty much. Looks like we have a lot of cars very close to each other on their outlaps. we're on board with P2 man. He's kind of right behind, I believe that's Weil or Altuarte on his outlap right now. But yeah, lots of traffic in this track, I believe. I mean, you can obviously pull to the right side or the left side, wherever it is on the track that you need to get out of the way for the drivers on a hot lap. And drivers on a hot lap include Eric McNerdy's coming into the first corner, Tamburello, as it's known, a chicane modified after the track event in 1994, I believe. And then going to, I believe, doing the chicane, takes it in fourth gear, shifts into fifth gear, he's going into Tosa now. Takes it left hand, second gear, exits quite nicely, I believe, on his time, I didn't check, though, going this left hander, I don't really know what it's called, but he's going to go into the fast corner of Aqua Minerale, a flat out right hander, then kind of a short hander, as we see right now. We have an Alpine right ahead of him. I don't know if that will affect his lap time at all, but does pull over to the side, not causing any dirty air whatsoever. The McLaren driver going through the chicane. Now we've that drivers can spin out here, and he has a moment coming out of the, I think it's called the Variante Alta, but not too sure about that, and I believe boarded his lap, unless he's just going a bit slow now that he's had a moment. Into Ravazza 1, going into Ravazza 2, now the final corner. Looks like he has backed off his lap, unless he's just going slow. Going now to the line, it will be a 1:16.525, not good, but I think going on another lap right after this. We have the Ferrari P2 man right now, the fastest of the two Ferraris, fastest, he's the closest to the line right now in Magnussen Cube. So two very fast drivers in Ferrari right now, as Christmas goes P3, the two Alfa Romeos, 3 and 4 right now. Magnussen Cube is 4/10 down, unless he can pull something off in the third sector. Will not be good to pull. We go on board now with Marcel Taps. He's 1 millisecond faster than he was, and he spins around. But that is their time set, the two Ferraris. Will not get any better for them. Good joke crosses the line now. Goes P4, stays P4, I should say. Another man we expected to be on pole has actually invalidated his lap, so Dougie Falcons now P7. Expected more from the championship leader today, but I think he will be able to account for it in the race. We have multiple drivers coming into pits now. Eric McNerney, believe this is his second consecutive hot lap, so very low on battery at the moment. We have more drivers crossing the line now. We're going to stay on board with Eric at the moment. The second Red Bull coming across the line, the 14. So the two Red Bulls, 7th and 14th, and Eric McNerney goes into pits quite frantically. We have a Williams, I believe. Went to a lap was that Ryan Newman, who just went P5. Sorry for the quick change. That's all I can do at the moment. But yeah, Ryan Newman P5 with a 1:15.1. He's 400th off P4, but that's good enough. And I believe that will be the end of this qualifying session, unless.
No lights is out.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to improve his lap time, or at least he's not going to be anymore. But that is our qualifying order. Marcel Paps in pole position. The two Ferraris actually a front row lockout, and then right behind him, the two Alfa Romeos. Then 5 and P6, Ryan Newman and Colin, respectively, by all in P7, the rest of the order right here. But some key moments in this qualifying session. Ferraris lock out the front row in their home Grand Prix. Also, this Monza Grand Prix as well. Anyways, we go back to the order now, and we got a 5-place position penalty. He will drop down into P12. Unfortunately for the AlphaTauri driver, not really happened there, but normally the case is got into severe collision with another. Legal block, actually. The penalties out for that, but
Don't know how you got this one, but it's a game you have to do. The game said you have a 5 position grid penalty. You have to do it. You cannot. We cannot put it away, even though he probably did nothing wrong. But that's how the game works. Even with time penalty, times it's not fair, but it happens, and unfortunately for him, it happened today. But for some people, it's benefic because they're gonna win some position. Um, Lights was behind. Um, I don't quite remember. Dougie Falcon was behind.
yes,
Oh yes,
and I think 7, which
of course, the surprise here is the Alfa Romeos P3, P4. They are not people that usually fight for pole position. It's not a team that fight for pole position or for wins, but now they do. I don't know what Buffalo has done to them, but they are doing great improvement
Yes, I mean,
to it.
sorry, and
Yeah,
yeah, we are coming to the lights very soon here. 3 seconds, as you can see the timer ticking down. We're waiting for this big moment going into turn one. We'll have the lights right now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, and all 5 lights are on, and the lights go out here in Imola. And I believe the two Ferraris get an okay start. It looks like they aren't going to be jumped by anyone unless the Alfa Romeo of Christmas can get a good jump. Looks like we have more action in the background. Oh, that's a Red Bull around. That's Dougie Falcons. Is he out of the session? No, but he has a broken wing. Big moment for the championship leader as we have a bit more action in McLaren going onto the rumble strips of turn one, Tamburello. And I believe that's Lights also around. Yes, it is, and collided with Aston Martin of, I believe that's Sierra Alvarez. So big action happening here, and it looks like we don't have any safety car or anything like that. So that's good so far. Is that Technic Speedy and Weil having a bit of a fight here? Go on board with Technic Speedy, Ethan Patel, as he's also known. Will he go down the inside into this fast left-hander? He thinks better of it, but he spins around as he got just a bit wrong trajectory into that corner. People going off to avoid him, but not what you want to see from the Red Bull P18, no, now P19 and P20. From a bad result in qualifying already, another bad one, and a bad thing has happened to Stelios Repas. The leaf he spun around in Aqua Minerale. Just a tough corner to get right, as it clearly shows we go on board with Itchrai, who's just been overtaken by the Haas of Bieber MG. Wonder if he also had a similar moment to Stelios Repas, and he just didn't get the exit he wanted going into Friday and Day Alta and got overtaken. It looks like combined YouTube quite close to Eric Vignerne. I'll get the telemetry up so we can see if he's on his battery, and he is. I believe that. I don't think he'll overtake here. His straight line speed just isn't good enough today, as everyone going quite nicely through turn one. 3 pitters, and of course that's Light, Stelios Repas, and Dougie Falcons. Big players in this championship here in Division 2 actually. Changing the front wing number 64 is not a great race for Dougie Falcon so far, and Red Bull in general. Ethan Patel doesn't have any damage, but if he does, then picking it out. Here we have the predicted top strategies, medium to hard for most drivers, but if I remember correctly, most people are on the hard tires like we see right here. And it looks very clean from everyone so far, but in Division 3 when I was racing, I didn't actually see too much difference in the hard and medium tires on the start until the medium started to kind of decay away in around lap 11, 19, and so on. But so far it looks like everyone's keeping it clean. Of course, we can't always have a clean race with turn one, this kind of things that happen, but we saw Dougie Falcons actually get taken out with so situation from the Red Bull driver. We will have DRS enabled this lap as Marcel Pabst goes across the line, and his teammate actually has a faster lap time than him right now, and he will have the DRS if he can stay within 1 second. So I do wonder, will there maybe be some team play here, or is one driver clearly faster than another? I don't know.
well, for the moment, Marcel Pabst is faster. Mike is not in the DRS gap, so he cannot be dragged along. Christmas is right behind him. Christmas, who had a pretty good start. Ryan Newton, who jumped grid jokes on the start. I don't know if can we have the position change. So yeah, only in the top 6, only Ryan Newton and grid jokes switch position. Pretty bad start from grid jokes, but I bet he's gonna try to get that position back and make it a 3-4 for Alfa Romeo. Big losers here are Dougie Falcons and Alvarez. As Alvarez stops again? Did he already stop?
I believe they did already
Yeah.
stop, but I think they went back onto the medium and the hard tires. Actually, Alvarez, very long pit here, right, Arrow? It's like 30 seconds, I would
Right.
say, just lane.
Yeah, it's a longer pit straight, as Christmas doesn't have DRS. Neither does Magnussen Cube, so more than 1 second gap. They already count. Did they just already count the first back markers? yes, Telios, Repas, and Alvarez because they already stopped twice. Not what you want to do. The pit stop it costs you a lot of time, an enormous amount of time. So you don't want to stop much. You want to do just one stop is enough. You don't want to do two. Maybe if there is a safety car. Safety car can happen. There was two safety cars in one virtual safety car in before and one safety car in three. So maybe there's gonna be a safety car now. It's not a division where there is usually incidents, but it happens at the lap one. I don't quite know what happened, but by looking at it, it was I think Ryan Newton was going alongside. It was a Williams. Williams was going alongside with the Red Bull, and on going on the left again, he didn't leave enough space, and he Ethan Patel had to no, not Ethan. Yes, no, I don't know which Red Bull spun at the beginning. He had to go on the grass, and nothing to do to control the car. I don't remember what happened between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes though, but now Lights and Dougie Falcon, the two title contenders, are fighting at the back for the 17th position. Not where you want to be if you're fighting for the championship. Dougie Falcon winning at the start was a great opportunity for Lights to get back to him because he's now 37 points behind him. It would have been a great opportunity, but unfortunately Light spun just after and broke his leg as well. So now they are here trying to run the fastest they to get back to the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull of Technicity and Alex Duarte. Oh, as Dougie Falcon just makes a mistake on no, it's not Tombola, is it?
That's Villeneuve, and I'm very sorry for any quality issues we had previously. That's my fault, I guess, but now we don't have them, and yeah, so Falcons really not having a good time, but is that grid jokes around actually, or just being overtaken twice? Maybe just once from Colin Edwards. We missed that action between Alpine and the Alfa Romeo, but said that earlier. Grid jokes had a bad start, and now it's just getting kind of worse for him. Some drivers in the back, we are kind of hoping we'll get back as Colin Edwards at the fastest sector one. So the Alpine is on the charge here. Hard tires are working for him right now. But yeah, like I was saying, drivers in the back we expect to be a little bit better. Than Patel, Alex Duarte, and Nicolas Jelly. I mean, I believe third driver for Aston Martin today. While gets the first time penalty of this race. Looks like no big incidents other than what happened in lap one. Yeah, just what you want to see in these kind of hard divisions. At a little moment from Beamer NG. I saw that his wheel spin was kind of just spinning him, but they're getting a bit closer now in the DRS range. But so is NG on his team actually. So I wonder, will the two Haas's, like we saw in Austria, actually do the real F1 season? Or they just try to give each other DRS so the Mercedes behind can't overtake them?
I don't know. They made their own choice. For the moment, everyone has DRS starting from P1 to each try. So pretty hard to overtake here at the only real overtake opportunities in turn 1. If everyone has DRS in front of you, it's pretty hard. Only Magnus Cube can overtake right now. Or if maybe someone makes a mistake, but for the moment, not happening. Everyone is keeping it clean. A lot of battery use in these first laps. Not from Marcel Paps, but Magnus Cube, Chris Newton, so yeah, everyone is using a lot. Just oh no, Simon is not using, and Marcel Paps is to get as much DRS as he can. So when he has an opportunity to defend, he can. because DRS and toe are really powerful in this track. I don't know if you've experienced, but toe is a huge in this track. It's really important to have it if you can. If you cannot, now he's using the one from the Alpine and the Aston Martin fighting above him. They are lapped cars, but he can still get the toe from it, and so he doesn't get overtaken by his teammate, or maybe team orders will be enough. And I don't know who is winning the championship for them for the moment. Maybe they're just gonna wait for pit stops and see whoever goes from. I have no idea. I'm not a Ferrari strategist, but here in the level, Ferrari strategists are better than in real life. I've seen it. I've experienced it quite a lot now, fighting Ferraris across this in D1, in Div 2, Div 3, and Div 4. Yes, Ferrari strategists are brilliant. I don't know if it's because of I don't know who is the strategist in Ferrari, but he's doing a good job. Now perhaps he's gonna have DRS, so another straight where he won't be overtaken because DRS toe is so powerful here. As the two Hasses have not switched position yet, they're just waiting. But here is Beamer NG in the inside as light sorry, he's gonna take advantage of it as he goes pretty close to Beamer NG, really at the on the gearbox of this man. Now he's fighting. He wants to get this position back. He had a bad qualifying, but we know Shrey is a race man. He's gonna get this back. I'm pretty sure. I trust. A lot of time. There are 7 seconds. No.
Yeah, I mean, without the two Haas maybe switching positions, but I really kind of capitalized on that moment, overtaking by YouTuber. And Ryan Newton got a time penalty, and he would be one of the only drivers that could have actually gone and overtake outside of the top two. So that's kind of a shame for Ryan Newton. I think it sets him back about positions at the moment, but I think the field is spread out just a little bit. So everyone in the top 11 on the hard tires, good strategy because at the start your tires are just a bit heavier, so tires to kind of make you survive this first stint. But once the cars get lighter, you'll be going to the tires and be much hard tires. Anyway, like I was saying, right now with a time penalty, in a pretty good position to overtake on Chris here. But now Chris kind of closing up. Magnussen Cube, I mean, still kind of going in and out of this DRS zone here. But right now, Magnussen getting DRS from his teammate, which is helping him tremendously, honestly, and he'll pass DRS himself if these lap cars don't get out of the way. Really not sure how much of a difference it makes, the lap cars and the air and all that. Maybe that's why we see Magnussen kind of close up to teammate just a little bit. But yeah, right now, it looks like everything's in the same Christmas. Let's see if he actually gets into the DRS zone here of Maxim really dumping his battery. He really wants his DRS here. He'll have to brake late if he wants it, but don't think that he got it. The gap was not 1 second or lower. That's fine. And yeah, so he doesn't get DRS even though he's like within 10s pretty much now. And Ryan Newton does have DRS, so because he was in the protection zone, so kind of whether you have DRS or not moment here. It looks like Ryan Newton is actually closing in on Christmas quite a lot. I believe that is because has quite low battery at the moment, 6%. Is that to try actually getting past Beamer or internally cleared 2 Haas's in laps? Will Beamer, however, fight back though? I'd say he's got the pace, but at the moment been overtaken, so does he really have the pace? But anyways, at the moment, if I was Marcel Pabst here, I'd be kind of getting angry at the lap cars. I mean, of course, they're not obligated to get out of the way because they are ghosted and they're technically not causing any problems. But look at the pace difference between the two Ferraris at the moment. I think really this gives a good opportunity to Magnus Cube, but of course hasn't really been able to capitalize on that because Marcel Papp just been on DRS last two laps here. The DRS zone, unlike he was last lap, so be back in the DRS train and hopefully be able to save a little bit of battery just to kind of be faster later on in the race. We're at lap 12 right now. We expect to see some medium runners pitting soon. I believe that our medium runners have already pit though, such as Dougie Falcons and Soros Rebus here. Dougie Falcons, just not an ideal race for him at all, because, you know, for the championship, I think he has it sealed by now, but Lights was talking earlier, and he was like, I think this is a good opportunity to get on the points in the championship here, but right now he's on with P17, so not really going to be taking any advantage out of Dougie Falcons other than like the point two. For a moment, it looks like we have some cars going others here, the Ferrari and the Aston Martin, of course. And so the leader has passed one lap car, and he really needs to get past the second lap car as Jared Elder gets a time penalty for exceeding track limits multiple times. Yes, it is. And so, yeah, like I was saying, Marcel Papp's really to clear Celias Repas here because kind of slowing him down on this dirty air, I believe. Magnussen Cube is still kind of relying on Marcel Paps for the DRS advantage, and looking to get it. But that Alex Duarte round, Alex Duarte round in the.
Yeah, Grid Jokes is currently the closest one, the closest driver to the guy ahead. He has the ERS, but he has no ERS right now. As you were saying, the first medium runner who pitted was Motors Jelly. He just pitted, but got behind lights. Now only as there is a no, it's Newton. Ryan Newton is around. Try to overtake, but why not? He can.
It just got worse and worse for the Williams driver right there because he did have time penalties, so he would have been in this position anyway post-race if the penalty stood, but now he's just going to be, I believe, 4 positions back, so he's at P11 right now. Good showing for the man in P11 right now, actually. Simon, he's a reserve driver for P11 right now, kind of just holding his own. Not really in no man's land because he's got cars ahead of him, but you know, he's got no reason to stress right now. He's actually gotten into the DRS zone by YouTube on him. Like I was saying earlier, he did get division for the McLaren driver. Look to the front now. The closest driver right now, ahead is Good Jokes. Eric Movement. I mean, he's got 30% battery. Eric's got 3. I mean, sooner or later, I think we will see an overtake from the Alfa Romeo. Is that someone around? Is that a Aston Martin? He's out of the session. Very, very close to the track. I wonder, what happened to Eric McNerney there? Slowed down very, very suddenly at the start of the track. I wonder what happened with the McLaren driver, but he lost the position quite easily, one that he really didn't want to lose here.
So just Alvarez got too much damage at the end because of it. Blue color Jesus is the last medium runner to pit. He's on 13 laps, old tires, medium tires. I don't know if with this lap he might. If you probably want to pit around lap 14 or 15 is the maximum you want, because yes, if he pits now, he should be in clean air and push as hard as he wants to get ahead of this pack. So the pack is Beamer, Ashray, Combine, and Simon. Yeah, he pits. He's gonna be on much fresher tires. As Lights, Ashray, just goes ahead of Beamer in turn 1. They are switching positions. It's been three or 4 laps. The two of them just keep switching positions. Turn 1 every lap. Right now, Magnus Kurbas lost a bit of time. Don't know if it's because of the Alpine being in the way, or just he's much slower than much. He's a little bit slower than his furry friend. But Christmas is keeping with him. He has pretty much the same pace. He just stays in the RS, doesn't do anything. He has a bit of battery. I don't know if he's saving or using it right now, but he just stays in the RS, goes his way, and doesn't bother anyone. He just stays here, hoping for a podium. I think he already got a podium this season. I don't quite remember the D2 race at all. Ryan Newton is closest one. He's just behind Eric McNerney. Eric McNerney with no battery, but Ryan Newton doesn't have where is he? Okay, but he cannot do it. Oh, he dives. Eric McNerney is on the curb. Okay, I got
quite nicely actually. I might actually try to overtake Eric McNerney now. As Eric McNerney goes a bit wide, will try to make this take in places that you don't see. Won't, but it looks like that we can take from very very. So yeah, like we saw, Ryan Newman kind of getting his elbows out. I mean, I think it was a fair overtake. He was entitled to all the space in that corner, but still kept it respectful for Eric McNerney. In the end, there just was enough space, kind of made it uncomfortable. Tips for Eric McNerney, but no, that's just racing. Actually, quite close to try, and might try and overtake Eric McNerney. We saw him go wide in the chicane. Some people would say that you could actually gain a bit of time from going wide on the exit of that chicane. So I wonder if maybe that was a plan, but I don't know. As Eric McNerney goes on the battery, goes on the DRS, I wonder, will he have the advantage? Go for this overtake. He's closing very very rapidly. Oda just stuck on the battery, getting very close into this braking zone. Thinks better of the move, but he's getting very close as he makes Ryan Newton go a bit deep, but it looks like it will be enough. Ryan Newton also just got another warning for going wide, as we just saw on the screen. Looks like he'll be behind Ryan Newton for one lap later. Will Eric McNerney, but it tries really getting close to Eric McNerney. Now he's seen all the errors that McNerney's making under pressure from trying to overtake Ryan Newton, and he's trying to put the effort out.
Yeah, of course. Right now, Christmas just got closer to Magnus Cube than earlier. He has DRS. Marcel doesn't have DRS anymore. He's slowing down to give Magnus Cube the DRS. Great team strategy from Ferrari. I mean, they're trying to give him DRS.
Absence of hits actually.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know if it's a bit early, but not too much. He might struggle at the end with the medium tires, but he's a beast. So I don't afraid.
A beast indeed. The lap 17 was the lap I actually hit to undercut someone in Division. Gained me about a second, I'd say, but interesting that he would go for a kind of move from the lead of the race into P9. Now he's got no traffic ahead of him, so maybe relying on someone else to maybe pit behind him and then kind of get into traffic and gain a lot of time for that strategy. At the moment, he's got 84% battery. He gained quite a bit from the pit lane, but I think he was conserving already. If you look at Christmas now, he's the closest driver. Like everyone in the top 5 here. Mexican Cube really can't get past this Alpine here. I wonder if that's because it's on pressure tires to Alpine. They're maybe trying to hook the DRS
medium pressure, so but they are getting quite old. I don't. Yeah, he just got DRS and now he's fast. He can't anymore the Alpine. I'm seeing it inside. Oh, okay. Now Christmas is gonna have to push as hard as he can, be as fast as he can, try to cover the undercut to Ferrari. Don't know if it was they were leading the race and Alfa Romeo wasn't in danger really. but they saved the arrest. Now they're gonna try to give it everything as Marcel Paps goes fourth right now. He jumped everybody in the pit. He had just 2 seconds. So yes, gained time of it. He gained 2 seconds, and now he's gonna try to get back to Christmas. Christmas just gonna try to doesn't have the arrest. Is he gonna beat right now, or is he gonna wait? You can wait. He can wait, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
So right now, I mean, he's got no advantage over Marcel Paps at the moment, who's got really, really fresh tires, and I know they're fast because I've got first time experience, you could say. Does he go into the pits? It looks like he's going into the pits, and he does. So all eyes are on Marcel Paps now. Let's switch driver, but there's all eyes on Marcel Paps here. See if I can get my controller reconnected here so we can see Marcel Paps hopefully go ahead of this Alfa Romeo here. Uh, we'll go
As
with the key.
well. Don't know if no, Ethan Patel stays out. I'll wait and play the big game as Masapak goes fastest overall. Yes. He's so fast.
Back.
Magnus is ahead as well. Maybe Colin Edwards gonna no, he's right behind, but with hot tires and Christmas even cold tires. We fresh air from both of them. Colin Edwards is choosing the outside on Gilles Villeneuve's chicane. He goes third gear. Oh no. Just Christmas had a much better outside speed. He could make it even with cold tires, so impressive from him. They both of them left the space. It was beautiful to watch. But now Technic Speedy has to pit. He's lose a lot position.
I mean, right now, when you normally pit, you're supposed to be very far ahead of the driver that you're trying to be near. But at the moment, he's nowhere near where he wants to be because the leader is about to overtake him on track. So even after losing 30 seconds, I don't think he'll be anywhere near the top 10 if he goes into pits now. And what we see here, Magnus's cube is 3.5 seconds actually behind his teammates. So he was an undercut from everyone here that really gained them some time on the cars behind, and looks like Colin Edwards is kind of the only driver in the top 5 to have gotten the advantage from the pit stop. But I think that Colin Edwards probably should have gone a bit harder in that move where he goes into this chicane that we're coming up to now. But it was great defense by Christmas on the cold tires just to take it around the outside and get the better exit speed. I wonder if they went off the track at all though, because it was quite close to the track limits, I must say. Going too wide and maybe on free mode, it would never be possible with AI. Unless they backed out here. On board with the McLaren driver of Hyman right now. He's behind these two Haas's. Last time we saw a car behind two Haas's in try, and look where he is now, past the two Haas's. So the McLaren driver can do the same thing that Try did a few weeks ago. And when we look back to the drivers that we'd expect to kind of make a comeback drive, Lights and Dougie Falcons, they haven't really gotten too much time on the cars ahead, so not really want to see from Simon has a moment now. Not really wanting to see from the top two drivers. Not sure who the next driver is in the championship. I believe it's one of the two Ferraris, but they'll have some good.
Check it. I'm gonna check for you, mate.
We have error on the scene here as Eric kind of far back to make an overtake on Ryan Newton. We saw Ryan Newton really didn't hesitate to make a lunge down the inside into Tamburello. At the moment, if Eric McNerney just stays behind Ryan Newton, as we know, will get 6 at the moment, as will Fry, who 57 from his time penalty. Simon's still very, very close to the back of fine YouTuber. We've seen that he's a very quick driver in Division 3, and he's really showing that he can fight in the midfield. Maybe next season we'll see him in Division 2. As actually, of course, happened with the top two. I wonder if trying to pull each other along here as Marcel Paps maybe slow it down for Magnus. Or maybe
I just got the information you needed, and Magnus Cube is third. You were right, but he's 73 points behind Doogie Falcons. So even if he wins this, Doogie Falcon stays where he is. There is no like Doogie Falcons. If he finishes 19, because he's gonna have to put again.
I wonder
And if he goes, right, he can go 8 on, so he's gonna have 4 points, and 9 cube is 28. No, it's are gonna still be slight speed.
SN
He doesn't go on. Okay, I thought he would wait and take the soft.
Dougie Falcons actually around in that's yeah, it just gets worse and worse for the championship leader. Like you were saying though, Max is very, very far behind P2 at the moment. Right now, I wonder, we saw earlier, was actually a bit of team play from Marcel Paps. I mean, you know, he's had some unlucky results in the past here, Marcel Paps, because like he's gotten so many bad results, he's really not in contention for the championship anymore. So I wonder, maybe is Marcel Paps just trying to bring along his teammate, kind of keep up the gap, let him gain a bit of battery, and maybe at the end we'll see him let Max by. I remember we were talking about there's a little bit of rain maybe forecasted for the final little bit.
And pretty far ahead. And as I'm looking at it, Marcel Paps just had two podiums, one win and one second place. Then he just had results outside of the top 10. So, like you were saying, he's either really good or not at all. And I don't know if it's because of his skill or just bad luck. I bet it's bad luck because you cannot be so fast in two trucks like Brazil and Monaco and do podiums here and then be really slow. So I bet he got some insane bad luck. Magnus Cube didn't get a win yet. He got 2 podiums and he hasn't yet. I don't know if Marcel Paps team play enough to. I don't think he's Max Verstappen, but if it's for a win, I don't know if he's gonna let him by. Even if my friend would be fighting for the championship, I don't know if I would let him by for a win.
I mean, Division 3, we saw the two Mercedes. Not sure what happened between the two in 3, but I think it was either Great Britain or no, it was Austria. Sorry.
7 then?
Yeah, I think I'm not too sure if this is true, but I heard a rumor that Seb was a bit angry at Dan because he didn't let him buy for the championship. I wouldn't have let him buy either because honestly, even if my teammate is fighting for the championship, am I gonna give up a first win of the season?
Yeah, of course. And when I don't, yeah, I was broadcasting it with your team principal this race, and as I was saying, I wouldn't let it's Van's first win. But here, Marcel Paps already had a win. He already won Monaco, and Magnus Cube doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's gonna be enough. I don't know. I don't. But Dan didn't win. He had a lot of problems, Seb as well. But Dan got problems that made him don't race. Seb has done every race. He has already won a lot. Dan didn't, so it was pretty obvious not to let Seb win. But as who pits? Oh no, okay.
No,
I thought it was like a P6 or P7 pitting. He had me.
Yeah, so
No.
saw actually very recently we saw a big team change in Mercedes itself. Maybe some drama. We saw the big quartet, you could say, of Seb, Dan, Luke Lockley, or the team principal, and the other Division 1 driver, Aspen, all lead the server for their own personal reasons. I mean, I'm never gonna.
No, Dan and Sebastian in the server. I know Luke is, but I don't know if Major is.
Wonder if they're reserved just now. But Yeah, like I said, I mean, I respect all the reasons. So I mean, of course, if they see any problems, then I really take action. But that really kind of took away a lot of points because, I mean, I guess I would know. Seb was in very close contention with the title, and they just left in the end. So kind of some drama happening in Mercedes, but now at least we have the greatest of all time team principal back, other than Duncan McCamick, I have to say, or else he'll get banned from the server. Toto Rivas is back in Mercedes, and
Yeah, he didn't want, but he told us like he just got thrown here by Duncan. Didn't really have a choice, but he has to do it, so he does it. I've heard Light would have liked to be a team principal, to try at least for the last 3 races. He was a bit disappointed, not mad at anyone, but a bit disappointed. He would have liked to have the choice. Luke didn't tell Duncan to, like, when he left, say anything. I bet he just say I leave and that's all, but he didn't tell Duncan to try the lead of Mercedes. He should have, I think. Um, but now praise. Oh, as
Newton,
an
wrong button there. Aaron Newton's around. It's left-hander. Saw, still we see Ethan Patel also kind of having a moment of his own. He was kind of doing donuts there. I don't think he was trying to, but I know he might have been trying to be like this man right here who just had a moment. Uh, yeah, that lost him a lot of positions. I saw earlier that he was still losing positions in small moments, Alyssa and Newton, and now he's done it again. So not really what you want to see from the Williams driver. That promotes all the drivers behind him. Very good position to go on to lap 28 of 32 with Simon Colston. I mean, Simon's in a pretty comfortable situation right now. Of course, he could make this overtake on, or if he really wanted to, but he doesn't have to because he has a time penalty. If he can just stay put, he'll have good points for McLaren as a reserve driver. 6th and 8th, great result for the two McLarens. I don't know where they are in the championship. Always helps. Oh, as he spins, actually. Why do I have to curse everyone, honestly? It's just broadcaster's curse, but didn't really help him out there. Sorry about that, Simon, if you see this.
he's gonna see it. He's gonna see it. Sooner or later, he's gonna see it.
Well, I think that was a good result, I guess. I mean, if you have someone in the top 10, it's always a good result. And either this league or just go back to the Ferraris here. I mean, talk about team order maybe, but at the moment doesn't affect the race. I wouldn't, even if it matters a little bit to next. I still think that Magnussen will kind of have a logical mind and just let his teammate get the win. I mean, after so many unlucky results, I think it's just a good confidence boost for Ferrari right now. I should be talking about Ferrari in this section. Still spin, but I'm no comment. Anyways,
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's only 4 laps to go, and rain is starting to kick in. We see the clouds are getting darker and darker, and we feel it's gonna rain sooner or later. I I think it's gonna rain by the end of lap 32, but will it be enough to make Marcel Paps make a mistake? Maybe a bit, like it's only 1 lap, but it still counts. All the tires, Magnussen Cube, he may make a mistake because of it on the very end of lap 32, and it costs him the win. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm not taking every opportunity away.
oh no! Why do you have to talk, man? Marcel Paps is around. Oh no!
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no! Oh. Alright, well at least we have a Ferrari in the lead still. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that either. Alright,
Okay, well,
we're just not gonna
now
talk about Ferrari anymore. Deal?
okay. So, amazing race from Simon, the McLaren.
Yeah, Simon.
As Miles pit. Why is he pitting? Oh, trying to get the fast lap. I don't know. He lost 3 positions.
Oh man. All right. Well, going for the fastest lap. While I mean, he's a fast driver. I think he can do it. Not sure what the fastest lap time is right now. Uh, yeah, we'll just
It's
not talk
25.
about the red team anymore.
19.3. Okay, well, Labib, it's not me. I swear it's not me. I didn't say that.
All right. All right. Is that grid jokes around as well? Okay. Well, we weren't
I
talking
didn't say
about him.
anything. This time it's not me.
Yeah. So it wasn't either of us. So we can just uh claim not guilty there. Grid jokes and
Yes,
Alpha.
and Simon just when I look at him,
Yeah. You
I was looking. He spins.
talked about him this lap too. So maybe that is your
Yeah.
fault. If you say broadcaster's curse isn't real, everyone, I think that this is good evidence that it is. I mean, truly just scenes here in Imola. So right now I'm looking at Colin Edwards. I mean, he's the only driver in the top three who can maybe even gain a position here on Christmas. Got older tires, but he has gone quite a bit faster than Christmas previous laps. So 8 tenths. He's got about probably one good overtaking opportunity go and race entirely. So hopefully that's going to be good enough for Colin Edwards. I think he's a fast driver, and he'll have to really hook up these corners here to get close in the DRS range of Christmas. Around Marcel here. Eric McNerney now P5 with no penalties. I mean, he's kind of had a rocky race. He's been P9, he's been P8, he's been wherever on the track he has to be. And at the moment, while kind of making soft tires work, little lights maybe get a run to the reveal of chicane. No, he won't. Ryan Noon will have the second time penalty. I mean, Timon will get a position from that, but I don't think it really matters at this point for Ryan Noon. Taking a lot of curve right there with Simon, taking it flat out as he should. And yeah, that's been the race so far. X and Cube finally going past onto the final lap. Now I'm gonna stop spectating him because anything can happen. I'll spectate Christmas here, so maybe Colin Edwards can get a position here. I think he
I'm
can
gonna
hold it.
stop talking about any driver. I'm just gonna say it's the last lap. Give it everything, boys, and enjoy the last ride in Imola. I'm not gonna say any name. Don't want to curse anyone. Again.
Yeah, so we'll go by the color of the cars right now. So this red and white car, I mean, I think he can hold off the blue and pink car for quite a while now. It's the last lap,
Oh, okay.
so as a good joke, have a moment or is it taken by Garrett Alder? Like, actually,
It doesn't really matter. Gerd Helder has a 3 second time, so he should have the position back.
alright, I'm not gonna start talking until he gets past the final corner here, but we have the guy in the red car. He's gotten through the final corner now. He doesn't look like he's gonna have a moment.
That
It's
was
Max
fine.
and
That was
Cube
fine.
to win the Italian Grand Prix in Division 2. Great job from Ferrari today. It could have been more, but we don't talk about it. Anyways,
Yeah.
1 and 4, pretty good result from the two Ferraris. I mean, I think that all the red fans in the crowd will be happy about that. Other than that, though, we have Christmas finally in a podium position. I think this is the first podium since the time when he joined quite late. Did he spin across the line, Garrett Elder, or was that? Yeah, it was. Oh man,
No idea.
that's the worst, isn't it? When you spin across the line. But Will Wild.
Yeah, I didn't do this yet, but no, it didn't happen this season. Did he?
Uh,
And you spin at the really last corner. I think Kevin Magnussen has done it last race in D4, but I'm not 100% sure. And why you're left at the very end? Don't know why.
At this center, I
Oh, no.
guess. Alex Duarte crosses the line, and fastest guy in this league, arguably, is coming to cross the line now. Bad showing from Red Bull. I mean, not to knock on them, of course, but you know, not what you want to see if you're the championship leader. I don't think this will have any effect on the championship too majorly, but what a great job from Magnussen Q. Honestly, I mean, he's deserved the win, his first win of the season, and he's just, you know.
Yeah, it's really deserved. He made his race. He didn't make mistake. the other Ferrari did, unfortunately. Maybe because of me. Sorry. Uh, but no, I'm sorry. Sorry if you see this ever, Marcel. Uh, but you had to give the position for the championship. I guess. Okay, sorry.
Well, here's the podium celebration. Just this normal getting a trophy and cheering, of course, doing a bit of a gritty for Mexican Cube. Great job from the people in red today. I mean, it's been quite a race. I mean, we didn't expect too much overtaking in Imola, but I mean, I think we got more than we probably would have expected. But that is going to be it for race here as we go into. Hopefully, it picks up my microphone because it wasn't earlier. So here's your order. Right here, I'll get the race director for everyone who needs it here. Just someone needs to submit a ticket. Quite a few warnings for everyone on track, but that's expected.
The
Uh,
biggest winner here, as I can see, it's Try. He started P14, now he's P6. Really great race from him. 8 positions. He got 8 positions. I got lucky. He didn't spin, and people did. He avoided the mess turn one, but he's here and it shows his pace.
yeah, I mean the boss is also job from outside the top
Yeah,
10, getting eighth,
yeah, as well.
seventh.
Not where you expect them to be, but they did it. Alfa Romeo as well. Great race for them. The both of them. Really good qualifying, and fortunately they couldn't make it. The both of them in the race.
As we go into the interview now, I'm going to drag in a few drivers here if I can. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to bring in Marcel as well. Probably the most deserved to be on the podium today. But I mean, he didn't get in. Then it kind of mean to bring him. So get Magnussen. Actually, no. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you directly, but we can just blame it on you. All right, I have tagged them. So wait for the drivers to get into the waiting room. Start with Let's just start with our winner. Let's bring in Magnussen Cube. Welcome to the interview booth after your first win in the season. How are you feeling, man? Well, that's a good answer. Uh, Excuse me. I have a bit of an. I don't think that it is recognizing your voice on stream. Yeah, I've been confirmed. Oh, that's a bit awkward.
Do it the way I want.
All right, so quick recap for everyone listening. Win is a win. We're gonna do team driver swaps, but Marcel's. So that's a recap from Magnuson Cube's. I'm sorry that I couldn't get that to you through coordinates, kind of late notice, but that is Magnuson Cube, our race winner. Go on to sorry for that, Cube, but great job for Ferrari. That's what I have to say. Yeah, thank you. All right, we'll get in Colin Edwards here. I'll just ask him to give me like a brief summary of his race, and I'll say that. Hello, Colin Edwards. So good job on P2. Just to say we have a bit of an issue with interview, so I was just give me quick recap of your race, and I'll get that to the audience here. This is okay. Hi, Colin. Okay. All right. He hasn't said a word. If you're paying attention here, so I'm just gonna assume that it was good performance from Alpine today. I mean, great driver who's been kind of on an uprising in pace today, and just overall, I'm just gonna say that's what he said because I can't hear my. But yeah, I mean, sorry that these are kind of messed up today. But yeah, thanks, Alan Edwards, for your interview. All right, we'll get Christmas in here because a bad day in the broadcasting booth in general. Let's get in, Mr. I don't know how to say it, X Max Christmas. So our interviews, like yeah, our interviews are kind of messed up tonight. So if you could just give me like a summary of what happened this part of it. All right, well, thank. So from Christmas himself, he said that, and congratulations to Magnuson Cube. Shout out to his family, of course. And he thought that he had the pace to win on, but he lost a lot of time in the pit stop, I believe. Better undercut, but either way, it did not work out for him. So yeah, that's been Division Two. Very sorry for any get in the stream. There's quite a few, but it will be better the next week, I hope. So yeah, unless well, actually, that's gonna be it. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, and thank you for watching, everyone.